You're watching A Closer Look. The judiciary plays a fundamental role in a civil society and for upholding social order. The appointment of 6 new judges earlier this year is a testament to the government's ongoing role in supporting the arm of law in Papua New Guinea. Recently, the judiciary arm of the government underwent a restructure to its existing system. In this episode of A Closer Look, let us delve into the current government and National Executive Council's forward thinking in the restructure of the judiciary arm of government.
On Tuesday, the 19th of this month, Justice Susan Purdon Sully was sworn into the Papua New Guinea National Judiciary System. Speaking to the media after the swearing-in ceremony, Deputy Chief Justice Les Gavera Nanu explains the judiciary system and the restructure.
Appointed to those courts, then they will be concentrating on discharging their duties in respect of that particular court. So, for example, if you are the Supreme Court judge, the Supreme Court judge will be confined to doing his work on matters that are relating to the Supreme Court work. At this stage, we do both national court, the trial matters, trial courts, and the appeal courts, appeal matters. So we have, different things that we are doing at the same time. Sometimes that has the effect of the backlog. But when the 3 courts are separated, then they will concentrate on their work.
Once the changes come into effect, the National Court will become a 3-tier upper court system. In an earlier statement made by the minister responsible for Justice and Attorney General Pila Niningi, he said the restructure will see the introduction of an appellate court between the Supreme and the National Court.
Now we feel in that all 40 spaces positions. So NEC has given us a green light to appoint the extra 20 to take us to 60. But it's been delayed a little bit, and I hope in the coming parliament sitting we will amend the law to increase the number to over 200. So we will not appoint 200 of them at the same time. What we will do is, what NEC will, as the time goes, we need extra judges, requirement is there, then they will go back to NEC to give a green light.
Minister Niningi said with the restructure of the National Court, the Supreme and the Court of Appeal will function to clear their own backlog of cases. He went on to say that the judges for each of the 3 courts would hear court proceedings in the specific courts. Justice Gavera Nanu said the judges will be appointed based on their merits, years practiced and experience.
Of judges we appoint to the judiciary, either in the National, Supreme, or any judiciary, is very important. And the appointments are made on merit. I think the minister has given a clear direction as to where the judiciary will go from here on. That is to appoint more judges, qualified judges, and judges who are appointed on merit. And that's it will go a long way in addressing our backlog of cases, because the more experienced and the more competent that the judges are, the stronger the judiciary will be.
Minister Niningi made mention the current number of 40 judges to be increased to 60. However, more than 200 judges will be appointed after NEC and the government hold discussions on this matter. On top of the new appointment, the National Executive Council will also bring in judges from overseas. Minister Niningi said the NEC is in talks to have more judges to the benches and explained the restructure further. Niningi also explained with the delay in getting more judges to the bench.
but as and when we require, NEC will give a green light, we will appoint. So it is coming up, but the delay is the legislation amendment, so that is the delay.
With the country's 50th anniversary of being self-governed in the next 2 years, it is important that Papua New Guinea has not only a strong economy and government, but also the judiciary system has to be one that is fair, unbiased and righteous.
And that's all we have for you on tonight's episode. Join us same time next week, Sunday, for another Closer Look episode. From all of us here, pleasant viewing.